You recording right now?
Yes.
That's why you doing that.
Like, yeah, you over there whispering, acting like anybody, like, I gotta pour the bubbly. Ooh, Ace of
Spades. Ace of Spades, dummy. You gotta get that on camera.
Bruh, stop doing that. I told you about this. Stop doing that.
Welcome to Two Times.
Too many.
Hey, I am your host, Brother Tom. This is my co-host, my man, my brother from another mama. Pete Moore Parlay. Talk to the people, man.
We here, man. Pete Moore Parlay. Will we play for pay all day? Let's get it, man. We got a show here. New content for y'all coming out weekly, in and out. We're going to be talking sports. We're going to be talking life. We're going to be talking parlays, making money. You name it. We got it right here.
Hey, welcome to Two Times Too Many, where it's a sports talk show where we're talking about sports, we're talking about life, and we're talking about life, and we're talking about sports. Today, we got a great show for y'all, man. So first, we're going to start it off. Since we in the city, my city, the town, Baltimore, we're going to start with my boys, the Baltimore Ravens, man. We just coming off an impressive Monday night victory against the Saints. I heard the Ravens fans was going crazy in the north. You heard? You know what I'm saying? We got that victory. We're number one in the AFC, in the AFC North, one of the top teams in the AFC. So the first question to start off the show, Pete Moore Parlay, is Lamar Jackson the MVP favorite?
He is not. If you look at who the MVP favorite is currently right now, was Josh Allen, just got injured. We're looking at Jalen Hurts. Now, if you really look at the stats, I believe...
You said Justin Fields?
No, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Justin Fields in Philly. Gotcha.
Yeah. He's the uncle. He's the big brother. Gotcha. He's the one that got he got the league in a headlock like this right now. I know you know what that looks like. So, but let's be all said and done. You know, right now, I believe Lamar actually has more touchdown passes thrown than Jalen Hurts. However, Jalen Hurts only has 2 interceptions on the year. Lamar has a 6, right? Trajectory-wise, you know, he's doing a little worse off in the QBR quarterback rating. And I think he has I don't want to say a more complete team. My argument really is, when it's all said and done, the play calling and the offensive highlights that feature the Eagles, they're going to propel him into staying at the top of MVP candidacy. As opposed to Lamar, the team lives and dies with Lamar. So it's like, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. For Jalen, he's being able to play so freely and in an offense where it's pass, run, pass. You don't really know what you're going to get. Ravens predominantly a run team, right? Lamar is probably normally the top rusher in each game, if not top 2. I think he just had 85 rushing yards in the last game. He's not only, you know, doing everything with all the other plays, play action, throwing to the tight ends. I like where the Ravens are. I like the play schemes. When we talk about MVP and consistently staying not only efficient, but still with the high numbers, although Jalen Hurts has less touchdown passes, he actually has more rushing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson. Did anybody know that? I don't think they did. So what does Lamar do best? He runs the ball. He makes people miss. He gets in the end zone, right? I think another X factor for Lamar is he puts his team on his back, right? So if both these teams had the same record, my edge would be to Lamar. But right now, Eagles are on a roll, and they looking like one of, if not the best team in football right now. I think that momentum continues to go as is. Now, again, the question was, is he a favorite now? I'm just going to go with Jalen Hurts. If you had to make the MVP vote today, I got to take Jalen. I mean, the statistics aren't too far off, and the statistics that matter more, his decision-making is better. However, I think it's all due to the play calling.
Brother, we got some water here for you. I want you to drink some of this.
I'm good.
Because you got to stop drinking that haterade. You got to stop drinking that haterade. Because Lamar Jackson is the league MVP right now. I don't care what nobody else. I'm not just talking about stats. I'm not just talking about team wins. I'm talking about the most valuable player for his team. That's Lamar Jackson. Hands down. All right, when you look at all the different candidates, you got Mahomes.
He's steadily increasing.
Josh Allen.
Mahomes is steadily increasing.
Jalen Hurts. Okay, first I'm gonna tear down Jalen Hurts because that's the one that you popped up. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, and I got love for Jalen Hurts, man. I got love. I've been watching him for
Root
a
to the
minute,
bruh.
man. Root to the bruh. I don't, we not gonna talk about.
We had to shout him out.
You know what I'm saying? But root to the bruh, though. Regardless, root to the bruh. Like, but what I will say is that Jalen Hurts. I'm joking, but seriously, he's like Justin Fields heavy. Not able to say somebody like he's Justin Fields heavy. He's a little bit better than Justin Fields. I'm talking about in his skill set. Okay? A lot of things that you see from Jalen Hurts, he looks good because he got a real good team.
He does. I agree with that.
The play calling is ridiculous, right?
I agree.
One of the things that you see,
he's set up better to become MVP.
Somebody has great play calling when you see people running wide open. And when he's throwing at the people who are wide open. So that's good play calling, good coaching. He has 2 number 1 wide receivers. And his third receiver would be borderline number 1, great number 2, and Quez Watkins. Okay, you got AJ Brown, 1,000-yard receiver every year he's been in the league. Even when he was hurt, I think he was hurt like half the year and got 900. Devontae Smith, his rookie year, put up 900 in a brand new up. Jalen Hurts, they didn't know what he was going to do, all that. Quez Watkins is a dog.
They got some dogs.
Sub 4.3 guy, and it's nasty.
They got some dogs.
Offensive line in the league. The last couple years, they had the top.
He's protected. He can go be athletic.
They have a great defense, man. It ain't that hard for Jalen Hurts.
But ain't that hard? It's not a category when they come to vote for the MVP. Because if you look at the last couple years, Mahomes been throwing to some wide open guys too, like Tyreek Hill. That boy be wide open.
And he didn't win the MVP last year.
Not last year, but when he did win. He did win.
And he won it his first year out before everybody knew who he was and what he had.
And that's where Jalen Hurts is right now.
All these weapons around him. It was like, no, before the season, everybody said the Eagles is the easiest team to go to and play quarterback.
I've never.
Everybody was talking about if Jalen Hurts ain't it, if they get rid of Jalen Hurts, every great quarterback that's disgruntled will go to Philadelphia because that's a great spot to go to.
You can't name a great quarterback in Philly that is great since McNabb. He's the only one that you could even question Hall of Fame with. No one else is questionably going to the Hall of Fame but McNabb. That's been like almost 15 years. I don't even think you've ever seen a McNabb game. I'm sorry, everyone. You can't. We got a friend of the family. Vic is not going to the Hall of Fame. Stop.
He should be.
He should be, but he's not. I agree with you.
He might not be there. You might have.
He ain't. He's not.
That's because they hate. But anyway.
And he really wasn't great at the Eagles. He was great at ATL.
My homeboy, he's nice. He's great. But also he has one of the best offensive minds that the game of football has ever seen.
Better play calling, Eagles.
Also, you've seen a lot of inconsistent play from Mahomes. Also, Mahomes has a 1,700-yard receiver in Travis Kelce.
He does.
He has a former 1,700-yard receiver in Juju Smith-Schuster as well.
But he didn't have those when he won MVP.
And then he has 3 different sub 4.3 receivers. Mahomes got weapons. Okay? He has weapons.
Jalen Hurts has weapons.
Mahomes has weapons. Jalen Hurts has weapons. Josh Allen has weapons. Look who he has.
Right. That's why they're all leading the candidacy race.
All right.
You're proving my point.
No, because guess who?
It's just more of a burden on Lamar.
Does Lamar have those?
No, he doesn't.
Is it even close?
It's not close. That's why.
So it's not even close.
Yeah. So when he takes a loss,
it's not even close.
It lowers him more than when they take a loss.
Season, his number 1 wide receiver
gone.
I mean, just won the game last night without his number 1 tight end, his actual number 1 pass catching threat.
Correct.
Mark Andrews
against the Saints. That's not going to be in the playoffs.
Half the year, his All-Pro best offensive lineman, left tackle, has been in and out of the lineup.
Got no real running back.
Both of his starting running backs are injured, and this team is still leading their division and is right there neck and neck running with the Chiefs and the Bills. Statistically, is going nuts, having a great season.
I wouldn't say
wins. What? He's winning.
He is, but they're winning more. They're winning more.
He got more passing touchdowns than Jalen Hurts.
But he don't have more touchdowns overall.
Yes, he do, because Jalen Hurts don't running. He got
Jalen Hurts got 6
don't
running
throw it like that.
touchdowns.
He got, you
don't run it
Jalen
like.
Hurts got more.
So I'm saying every point that you're making, there's a rebuttal for Jalen Hurts. At least right now. If you took a snapshot of the league right now, that's all I'm saying is the reasons why he is not a candidate. I understand what you're saying. He has more of a burden on him, but that works against him than it helps him.
Listen.
Until you get those wins over these teams.
Okay, listen, I'll let you talk.
Go ahead.
I'll let you talk.
Tim 2 times got the floor.
By the end of this show, I'm going to dump him. But look. Lamar Jackson, most of his players, look what happened to Joe Burrow when his number one receiver went out. Look what you've seen from
Go ahead, comment on that.
Aaron Rodgers.
What have we seen? No, go back to Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, man, the first
he's only been out 2 games, right?
Yeah, in the first game,
right.
He turned into Matt Ripken or something like that.
Right.
Like, I don't know who.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he played a team. He played a team that gets to the quarterback.
No, he played without his number one receiving threat. This year,
he just did that last week and dogged the team.
Listen. This year has been the year where receivers who lost their number one option either in the season or last season. You saw extreme regression. Aaron Rodgers lost his number one receiver. Look how he looks now.
Mm-hmm.
Look how he looks now. When Joe Burrow lost his number one receiver,
an issue.
Look how he looks now.
He looked good last game. He only lost it for 2 games. 1 game he didn't play good.
He looked good last game. Joe Mixon looked good last game. That man threw the ball about 40 times and only had 200 passing yards.
You only need 200 if your running back is doing that.
Exactly.
You said a win is a win.
But why is that an issue when Lamar has those types of statistics? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
But we're not comparing Lamar and Joe Burrow.
No, we're comparing Lamar to
the number one
candidates. And what I'm trying to get to is that half of his offensive weapons have been hurt. Half of his offense has been hurt. Not his offensive, his offense.
Correct. I completely agree with you. But that is not a category that they calibrate when you're voting for the MVP.
Yes, it is. It's a narrative award. And the narrative is, even though people 2 years in a row, he's shown injuries all around me, I'm still going to ball out. I'm still going to be the best quarterback in the league. He's still showing it. And then he's doing it. Also,
he has to sustain that through the playoffs.
In Baltimore, have you ever heard of an offensive guru being in Baltimore? All of these guys that you're talking about, they got an offensive genius, some type of guy,
which hurts.
Coaching, somebody who's known to have some great coaching with them.
I agree.
Except for Lamar Jackson.
Which hurts Lamar Jackson's chances of MVP because the offensive mind isn't there.
It's clearly showing that he is going above and beyond.
You're speaking as a fan. When they go to the polls, they are not going to look at what he does not have. They're going to look at what he is doing with what he has. That is my closing argument. I understand everything you're saying. I agree with everything you're saying, but that hurts Lamar more. It actually hurts Lamar more than anything that Jalen Hurts does incorrectly would hurt Jalen.
Incorrect. It's a narrative award. A couple years ago, the great Cam Newton, he won the MVP. And in the year he won the MVP, before the season, what happened? His number one receiver, Calvin Benjamin, went down. And because he didn't have a whole bunch of weapons, but he still was so great, he won the MVP. There's people who had better stats than him. It was people that who looked a little bit better than him in certain places. And yeah, statistically that year, a lot of people was balling. But guess what? Cam was throwing touchdowns to Ted Ginn, to Devin Funchess, to Greg Olsen, and he was balling. And that won him the award, man. Give my man L. Jack his respect. Not only give him his respect, give him that check too, because he deserved it.
And how many years ago did Cam Newton win?
He deserved
the MVP
money. I don't know, what was that, about 6 years ago?
Right. The MVP grading scale is different from 6 years ago.
No, Lamar Jackson.
That's all I got to say.
Years ago under the same pretenses, because those people.
Right, but he's having a way better season then than he did now.
That's another argument.
He is. His numbers don't lie.
We're going to move on to the next topic.
He had more than 6 touchdowns by now.
We're going to move on to
more than 2 running. He only has 2.
I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor for this video, the Selfie Space Museum. You can find them on Instagram at Selfie Space Baltimore. They are now located right above Ayo Boutique, which is one of the hottest clothing lines in Baltimore. But they are located right above there at 554 Old Town Mall, Baltimore. You can see me doing a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, flicking it up right there in the Selfie Space Museum. For some reason, my audio went out. I don't know. I think I was just looking a little bit too good. You know what I'm saying? Look at the bearding. You feel me? Like the locks locking. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Selfie Space Museum, though. I got the, you know what I'm saying? Fill my camera roll up. That's what you go to the Selfie Space Museum for. But anyway, I'm pointing there so you can go ahead and look at that link right there. That's how you get more information about the Selfie Space Museum. If you want to, I don't know, rent it out for a kid's party. If you're trying to get a venue to shoot a pod like we did, whichever one you're trying to do, this is how you do it. Check them out. They some good peoples. Holla at y'all. Back to some more sports.
Since you want to be a Baltimore hater, where do you see the Ravens ranking amongst the top teams in the AFC?
So to be honest, with the injury to Josh Allen, I would say they step above the Bills. And this is truly off of trajectory, where it's going to go. By the time we get to the playoffs, if Josh Allen misses 2.5 games, I'm putting the Ravens above them. Because if you look back, the Ravens were not as good as they are now. And that was a 3-point game. Really, the Ravens control 3/4 of that game. Right? So if I'm taking the film and the footage into account and how the team has progressed in the areas that they needed, defense, receiver, although D-Jack has some hamstring issues, defense got a whole heck of a lot better with Raekwon Smith. I mean, I have never seen a Ravens game where D linemen are coming out mad that they get subbed out because somebody in there balling. He was balling. And I'm like, oh, this is for real. They got to fight for their job now. That's the type of teams that go far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I got to put them behind the Chiefs. Just out of what's happening right now, the Chiefs are winning. They're winning close games. They're winning blowout games, right? The Chiefs they're on their rhythm ahead of when the Ravens started the rhythm. I would say the Ravens started the rhythm 2 games ago, right? Chiefs probably started theirs about 4 or 5 games ago. So I would say right now, we're going to go Chiefs. Dolphins, Ravens, Bills.
He just wanted to find a reason
I got to
bump us back.
I mean, we lost straight up to Tua.
I told you that haterade is not good for you.
I'm keeping it real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of sugar. Like,
Well, keeping it real goes right.
Just get some coconut water.
I'm going to take my sip, though. I'm going to take my haterade sip.
Let me tell you something. You know, I've been reading this book, right? I've been reading this book by Pastor Stephen Chandler. It's called Stop Waiting for Permission, man. I advise everybody go get the book. It's a great book. It's a book about taking people and putting them in a place where they can achieve the greatness that they have in their life. A lot of people have a lot of goodness and things are going good, but you know, it's all about squeezing everything that you can out of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this Ravens team can squeeze everything they can out of life. Listen, let me explain something to you, Paul. When I look at this team, like, we've been dominating every game that we play. There's no other team out there. There's no other team in the league. There's no other team in the last team to do this was the 2011, I think it was the 2011 Green Bay Packers. In their first 9 games, to be winning by 10 points or more in each of those games. A 10-point lead in the NFL, that's a blowout. I don't care what bro, we're going to do the betting odds next. You know, a 10-point lead, that's a blowout. And we've been blowing people out every single game. Every single game. Ain't no other team that you can say that about. And we've dominated all the top teams in the AFC, except for the Chiefs. We've had, at one point in time, we've dominated. And one thing I see
Eagles been dominating.
The Eagles have been dominating. But the Eagles ain't playing no top teams.
You sure about that?
Only top what? They dominated the Vikings. That was a great domination.
And the Cowboys.
They didn't dominate the Cowboys. They won by a couple points. That was a close game throughout the whole game. But look.
They covered the spread. They covered the spread.
The Ravens have the ability to be a dominant and great team. Now, I'm not going to lie.
So what's preventing them from doing that?
I do have some apprehensions, some worrying. One of the things I say is preventing them is coaching, penalties. Like, I don't care how great.
Which is coaching. Penalties to me is coaching.
I don't care how great and how dominant you are. If you keep getting penalties, like you fighting with one hand tied behind your back, man.
Uphill battle.
I just think when I look at it, man, I'm just ready for this Ravens team. The thing about it is we've been dominating every game and every team that we played. And when you look at the team, it's like so many things that you can critique about how we do that.
I agree.
So that's why I say like the Ravens are the best team in the AFC right now in my eyes, because not only is our record right there with everybody, but as far as domination, as far as like the gap and how we play, like point differential and stuff like that, we've been dominant. We've been dominant. And the thing is, we can get way better. Most of these teams, they looking good, but you really can't look and see like how can the Chiefs get better? Their defense, but we know that defense ain't gonna get better.
Right, and we know they still gonna be there contending.
It's not gonna get better. The only thing that you can say is Patrick Mahomes to be Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes, yeah, we know he's great. He's a great quarterback.
Right.
He's great.
Right.
But everybody else on that offense ain't great. It's Patrick Mahomes.
They don't need to be.
Hill,
they don't need to be.
It's Andy Reid.
That's why he got an MVP.
And if you're able to stop Travis Kelce, then that offense can be stopped.
I agree.
Josh Allen, I would put them up there. That's one of the one teams that like the Chiefs and the Bills don't get. I have much respect for them. The Bills, I don't think that they can go on the road and make it happen like
in the crunch time, like
and
playoff caliber football.
Allen,
I agree with that.
With his UCL, is that umbrella clitoris ligament thing?
Run that back for me.
If this umbrella clit don't heal up, like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I said that. That's why I power rated that, because that's not an injury that you go brush over.
The Dolphins, I don't know why you put them above us.
Because they beat y'all.
They did. Come on, bro. They beat us all because of blown assignments.
You keep giving an excuse. That is your team. That's coaching. Blown assignments is football.
We was beating that team by 21 points.
So the fact that they came back by 21 points is an issue.
If we play them again, I feel we're going to dog walk this team. And
that rarely happens. Now, obviously,
listen,
go ahead. I'm listening. You got the floor.
The Dolphins just let the Bears put up 30 on them. The Dolphins just been giving up points left and right. Their offense is legit. Like, it's time for people to stop playing with Tua. Is he like the best quarterback in the league? No, but he does have Tyreek Hill. He does have Jalen Waddle. And he's good enough.
So would you
dice you?
Honestly,
their offense is legit.
They're emulating the Chiefs.
But their defense?
They're emulating the Chiefs.
Justin Fields doing that?
They're emulating the Chiefs.
The Bears ain't, man. Their defense give up 30 to almost 80.
Right, and they're like, we're just going to score more than y'all.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. With the addition of Roquan, knock him out.
I agree with that.
They're not about to do that to our defense.
I agree with that, but
defense already
then Speedy
better, and then we just added the best middle linebacker in the league.
That's true.
Listen,
but what I'm concerned about is the secondary.
Did you see? Every time he tackles somebody, wherever he hit him, that's where they lay. As soon as he touch him, they go down right there. I missed that.
I'm concerned about the secondary, not the linebackers.
Not why. Listen.
When's the last time they played fast, speedy receivers like Tyreek in there?
Listen, you forget the secondary has been balling, and our leading interception man is coming back. Okay, the Ravens.
But you've been playing lower caliber receivers.
The Ravens have the ability to have a number one offense in the league this year. And this year, we can average 35 points a game. Easy. We get it together, we can average 35 points a game. Easy.
Right, but there's teams that is doing that now.
On defense, we have the number 2 leader in sacks, in Justin Houston. Then, in the back end, our safety, who was injured before he got injured, he was leading the league in picks. Then we just got Roquan Smith, who's leading the league in tackles. Bro, we got talent.
But I've seen Peters and Humphreys give up a lot of deep balls.
Nah.
Yes. If you watch what's happening,
Humphreys ain't even getting tried. He ain't gave up no deep balls all season.
He hasn't. A deep ball is more than 20 yards. Is what I'm saying.
Peters, we know he's gonna get beat sometimes because he's gonna pick that thing off. He's gonna jump some routes. He's gonna play ball. We're not worried about him getting beat every now and then because we're playing a lot of too high shells. That's why he hasn't been getting beat like that.
Right, but you haven't been playing the top echelon of receivers in the last 3-4 games.
In the last 3-4 games, true, but
is that a fair assessment?
Everybody's defense. It's not a lot of great offenses out here right now.
It's not.
Tom Brady is playing like poop. Aaron Rodgers is
correct.
playing
But
like
all I'm
poop.
saying is the AFC
playing like poop. I don't care who they put in front of us. That ain't our problem. Who they put in front of us got knocked out straight like that. Not trying to hear that.
Not
they
Miami.
Put them in front of us. They line them up. We knocked them down straight like that.
Not Miami.
And you gonna see when we go on this 8-game, 9-game, 10-game winning streak
I like
in
it.
the season to go and wind up in the number 1 seed in the AFC. Watch all that noise quiet down.
Is that a hot take that you're predicting?
Lamar Jackson, MVP, Ravens, number 1 seed. That's our year. Stop playing with my guys, man. Stop playing with my guys, man.
All right,
He got me sweating.
I got him sweating. Y'all heard it first, man. He's real hype. You know, he is speaking as a fan, hometown guy, Baltimore Ravens. I respect it. I'm not gonna give that prediction right now. They are number 3 in the AFC. They're number 1 to you or number 2?
Listen, Ravens number 1, Chiefs number 2, Dolphins number 3, Bills number 4, and I guess I'll go.
This guy's crazy.
Go Chargers number 5.
Okay, that's fair.
The reason I say Bills number 4, Josh Allen, like that Josh Allen injury, like
Yeah, I agree.
that matters a lot.
It matters a lot.
It's a Josh Allen injury, and the Bills have shown over time that they'll lose games they ain't supposed to lose. Last year they lost to the Jets.
They lost to the
This year they
Jets
lost to the
this
Jets.
year with
Now,
Josh
the Jets
Allen.
are pretty good this year.
They are a lot
They're
better.
pretty good. They're probably like number 6 in my rankings. I wouldn't put them.
I don't know if they're number
Zach
6.
Wilson.
I don't know if they're
said
number
6.
6.
I said 6. Like, what you gonna put the Patriots in?
I mean, they lost. They got crushed by the Patriots.
Yeah, but that's
I would honestly put the Browns before
Mac
the
and
Jets.
cheese, I don't believe.
I would honestly put the Browns before the Jets. Just me personally. But
The
again,
Browns aren't gonna make the playoffs.
yeah, but I don't think the Jets are either.
The Jets have a good chance of it. But regardless, I don't even want to talk about the Jets because they're not worth
They
that
know.
much conversation. But no offense, Jets fan, no offense. But you're a fan. The Bills. That Josh Allen injury is huge, man.
It is huge.
That Josh Allen injury is huge, and I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it, and I think they got a lot of competition. They are. What are they? 0-2 in their division.
It's not good.
That's not good. Like,
not good.
That's not good, and they still got 4 more games left. Like, it's a tough division. The AFC East and the NFC East right now, it's kind of looking like the 2 best divisions in football. And the Bills don't have an easy road moving forward.
They don't have easy road.
2 games in their division with Josh Allen.
Mhm.
Now with his umbrella clitoris ligament, he might be out for like another 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
So like,
Bills Mafia is not looking good.